What is going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to probably become a common theme on my channel. So being young and just not having a lot of tools and stuff, and being on my own for the not the first time, but having like a garage and having the ability to build all my cars or do whatever I really want. I need to build my own collection of tools now, and I don't really want to go to like Snap-on and spend you know tons and tons of money or the Matco or anything like that. And even Harbor Freight, some of their tools, they're all pretty affordable, but some of them are a little on the pricier side. And I'm like, there's plenty of alternatives, so why wouldn't I want to try the alternatives and then go maybe get the Harbor Freight ones if the alternatives totally suck, right? So what we got here is a Zort, I guess, a Zort electric ratchet. Wow, this is even more professional than the Amazon buttons I got, which is kind of crazy. Check this out. Comes in its own little box. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I was thinking there was going to be cardboard boxes in there with like some styrofoam around them, and that was going to be the extent of the packaging. But consider me impressed. Instructions. Always important, right? Always go over these. So it looks like they got a couple different ones. I don't quite remember the one I bought. I got it for free on Temu. I think I mentioned that a second ago, but I could be wrong. So, TikTok Shop has good alternatives for cheap products. Temu has great alternatives. AliExpress, Alibaba, Wish, if you're familiar with any of those, they're kind of older. They've kind of fallen off to the side with Temu blowing up so good. And, don't get me wrong, they got some really strong incentives on Temu, and it makes it really hard not to fall for their schemes. Okay, so here's the product. It's got some weight to it. It's pretty hefty, which is nice. It's I don't quite remember what size it was. Half inch, I think. I think it's half inch. Half inch. Check that bad boy out. Get the gear, of course. This one just has the normal button instead of like a metal lever like some of the other ones it looks like they had. I mean, overall, it's not too shabby. We get a block for the charger. I'm not sure if that is just the charger. It is. These batteries just charge like that, just right there. Bam. And I forgot this one came with actual sockets. And they're definitely not probably the best. Got a 13 all the way up to a 17, all the way down to a 10. A 10 to a 17. At a little not too smooth going in. And it has a charge. And it has a little light on it. Check that out. And we're definitely going to be using this in one of my videos soon. I've always seen these. I always wanted one. Who doesn't want to, save some time cranking away, right? I also have like a bigger impact, of course. But just a little teaser. We did buy one on Temu, so we're gonna test that out for sure too. Uh, I just sold my car and I'm dailying my truck again, so that's gonna be a lot different. I got some maintenance I've been neglecting on the thing. I've had it for 5 years, and I've been dailying other cars mostly. And this is trying to just been my fun mess around, go off roading in truck. So I got some projects I'm gonna definitely need to get around to. I need to definitely do the headlights, the brake lights, the front shocks are cooked, they're done. A lot of waterproofing. There's, I think, 2 or 3 water leaks in it now, which is pretty bad. I broke my windshield wiper arm somehow, so it's like stuck further up than the other one. It looks kind of funky, but I don't think anyone would ever notice. It's pretty high unless you're in it. you'd probably notice. I think I might want to redo the tint. It's kind of turning different color these days. That's probably honestly it for now. Maybe a new stereo. I was one in there with CarPlay and like a backup camera and everything, but when I bought it, it was a way cheaper one, just as a placeholder. And now that I'm dailying it again, I might get something a little nicer. And I want to put remote start in it because I've gotten used to that. It's a luxury that I've had for the past couple of years, and going back to not having it is kind of sad. Because I could just stand here and just start my car from in here, have defrosting. So we'll see about that. But you'll be seeing this shortly used, and we'll put it to the test and see how well it actually performs, or if it's just garbage and I don't recommend buying it at all. But we'll see. All right, as mentioned, new package from Temu, Unix. A little less of a weird name. Oh yeah. Here we go. Unix half-inch impact. I have a big one, a big Ryobi one, the biggest one you can get from Ryobi. And it's sweet. It works so well. But I wanted something a little smaller. I wanted the smaller half-inch because that thing's a freaking unit. And sometimes you don't need all of that. So we got this. I guess it didn't say Unix. Yunzi, something like that. YNXI. YUNXI. Same setup, battery charger, right? Came with two sockets, 19 it looks like, and a 21. So standard lug sizes. This one didn't come with a fancy carrying case. It was extra. I didn't think it was necessary. I don't know. Seems pretty bad. That's it.